Hey everyone, Altered Peace here. Today I want to talk about Elektra by Jennifer Saint. Since Tantalus tried to feed his own son to the gods, the house of Atreus has been cursed by Zeus for generations. Agamemnon, king of Mycenae, house of Atreus where Tantalus is from, and the leader of the Greeks during the Trojan War. During the war, he sacrificed his own daughter Iphigenia after calling her to go into the war to visit him. The story of Elektra itself is a retelling of three women that are involved in the war, but remains mostly offstage during Homer's Iliad. Clytemnestra is the sister of Helen and husband of Agamemnon. She's also the mother of Iphigenia and Elektra. Cassandra is a princess of Troy. She had vision of the destruction of Troy, but nobody at Troy believes her when she tells them. Then there was the namesake of the book, Elektra, the youngest daughter of Clytemnestra and Agamemnon. Just like Iliad, the story starts with the competition of Helen's hand. As is known, Menelaus got Helen, Agamemnon got the Spartan, and Odyssey got Penelope. Then Agamemnon killed his father murderer and took over Mycenae, and Clytemnestra is his wife. All is well until one day, Paris, the youngest son of Troy, returned home to Troy and messed everything up. Whether you've read Iliad or not, I think you already know that Paris, as usual, is not an unlikable character. He's someone who's full of himself, and his love for himself is very apparent in the Iliad and any good retelling of it. And as a result, didn't see anything else besides his own immediate gain, no matter if his actions are harmful to others or not. He weaves words of idealism that are not based on any logic and evidence, since it is easier for him to do so than any further effort. I thought he spoke sincerely, but I could see he was a man of romance and idealism. Such a man speaks poetry in place of facts and thinks he tells a higher truth when all he spins is fantasy. As a result of this, a series of events happened that caused the Trojan War. I had believed they were there because they loved her, but I have been wrong. They hated her. They hated her because she was so beautiful and because she made them want her so much. Nothing brought them more joy than the fall of a lovely woman. They picked over her reputation like vultures, scavenging for every scrap of flesh they could devour. We then see more of the story after the Trojan War is over, after all the glory seeking is done. What is left then for these characters? This story and its characters are really well written. Clytemnestra and Elektra both lost their sense due to their emotion. Clytemnestra lost Iphigenia and blinded by grief and rage, forgot what she had more responsibility as a mother. Elektra, due to her loneliness from growing up without a dependable mother and father figure, grew angry and furious at the war. They continued the curse of Atreus' family, where kill against their own kin. Meanwhile, Cassandra is a person that tells warning of crisis, of doom, and of sense, but due to Apollo's curse, no one believes anything she says, not even after all her warning came true. The combination of this makes for an amazing story of warning unheeded and emotion unchecked. People are lonely, angry, and desperate for glory, and resolve that even when they saw disaster ahead, they still hit the iceberg and sank their ship, even when people they should care of is on board their ship. The book is a masterclass at writing flawed characters that make sense, since the word response to those flaws are realistic. It gives more context to these characters that are originally just background characters. This is how you retell a story. Add to it in a way that what is good from the source is still there, it can be seen. The unbridled seek of glory that causes an escalation of violence that only ends in a chain of tragedy, pride that comes before fall, people who no longer have reason to live at the end of it all. Everything the Iliad have is still there, but now there are more of those good stuff. Elektra is probably my favorite Greek retelling so far, and I highly recommend it. That's about it.